Fox News' Dave Kinchin is getting reaction to this tonight. Dave.
Yeah, you know, this is really a sweeping ruling that we found here in this case. And the restaurants, that industry, they've been pushing this for quite some time, and they're certainly talking about it tonight.
Changing, literally from one day to the other, we couldn't do any dine-in. That definitely was a huge challenge, a huge deal.
Paulo manages the team over at Rebecca's Family Restaurant and Ice Cream Parlor in Northville and can't help but think back to those tough times during the height of COVID and the major restrictions state officials placed on restaurants and bars.
Both us as businesses, but also as clients say, or our customers would say, we could have taken other actions just to make sure that it was safe. We don't deny COVID. We know it happened. We know we were affected by it as well. But we could have done something that was a little less intense.
But now the Michigan Court of Appeals ruled that Michigan's top health leaders used power they did not have to put those indoor dining rules in place to begin with.
A lot of things were happening back then, and I know that the state was also trying to do their best, but it may have overstepped a little bit.
That's exactly how the State Court of Appeals saw it, saying the restrictions were, quote, an unconstitutional delegation of legislative power.
It was a very scary time, especially, we had, maybe like 15, 20 employees at the time, and we had to cut down to 3, 4, if that, and that was probably the scariest part.
Many business owners blasted Governor Whitmer's office and state leaders, saying the COVID-era policies were excessive and were unnecessarily killing business. The issue became a huge political football, while business owners and managers were left to navigate the uncertainty.
Dealing with the staff per se, we have single moms that work here. We have recently divorced parents, and we have literally like every little bit of background we employ here. So that was I think like the worst part.
The appeal came from a filing at the Michigan Court of Claims 2 years ago after the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services issued the controversial policies. While the new ruling stirs up the debate once again, restaurant professionals like Paulo are just glad they made it through.
It was huge. I mean, this amount of support was so intense. People were getting gift cards and things just to help us. But I'm definitely amazed, thankful, and very grateful that we're here.
Now, the ruling essentially says that such policies could have been put in place through the legislative process, so through the legislature, but that would mean a lot more politics. That certainly would have been a hot-button issue at the time. We also reached out to Governor Whitmer's office for a statement. We haven't heard back yet, but in the past, the governor has said that they've stood by these policies because at the time they were simply following the science and doing, by the way, what many other states were doing as well. Many governments trying to figure all of this out in real time at the time. Reporting live in Southfield, Dave Kinchin, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, Dave, this is too little too late for so many restaurant and bar owners who didn't survive. If you're one of those people watching this right now, you're not only shaking your head, you're steaming mad.
Yeah, that's right. And we did find some of that. We talked to some business folks actually during the dinner rush. They had some strong feelings about it to that point. They didn't really want to go on camera because they were swamped. And that's a good thing because they're just happy business has picked up in the time since.